Hello, my name is Michelle Easley and welcome to my Mickey 200 anti-theft project. So the first thing I'm going to do here is show you what's actually happening with my circuit. So as you can see here, I have a 9-volt battery hooked up to my Arduino Uno, which has all the code already uploaded to it. I have an IR sensor that allows me to arm and disarm the system, which this LED tells me if it's armed or disarmed by turning on and off. I have my first deterrent, which is a buzzer, which can be implemented as, or it can be switched with an actual alarm system. My limit switch here is one of my sensors that tells me if the box is opened or not. As you can see here, you can actually hear it snap, close, and open depending on where the flap here is in the box. But then my other deterrent here, I have a servo motor arm hooked up to this spray can here. I got this spray can here from like $5 from Hobby Lobby, which, so the servo motor here is attached to the string. So when the servo motor, when the box is open, servo motor arm moves 90 degrees, pulling this string and pressing down on this lever, which in turn sprays silly string at whoever just opened the box. So the only thing left here is to actually see what happens when somebody opens the box.
Oh my god, is there anything for me to steal? Oh my god, a box labeled scarves and flags. Don't mind if I do. I can't. Wow.
Chloe, should we open this box of scarves and flags?
Yes, Michelle, I think we should.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Ah! The deadly toxins! It's spraying at me! I've been shot! Okay, so now that you've seen my project working through video, I'm going to go through and explain my flowchart, my schematic diagram, and my code for this project. So the flowchart here walks through my process for designing the code. So it starts with setting up all the pins, making sure that the box is already in the disarmed state. So if the IR remote is pressed, which I programmed it to only turn on with the power button, the box will be in an arm state, and you can check that through the LED, which I already showed. If the package is open, meaning that the limit switch is then open because it's usually in a closed state. If it's opened, then the alarms start going off, the buzzer turns on, the silly string deploys for at least 30 seconds. So what's not shown here, but we'll see in the code later, is that the 30 seconds only counts when the limit switch is open. So when the limit switch is closed, it halts its counting. So if the thief wanted to close the box again and put it back, it wouldn't keep spraying anything. So it either does that until the IR mode is pressed again, or the 30 seconds runs out and then it automatically resets to a disarmed state. Next, we have the schematic diagram, which shows at the very top the IR sensor followed by an LED in series with a resistor, the switch that represents the limit switch, a buzzer, and then my servo motor. Each one is powered by ground and is connected to its associated pin, which does match on my code. Next, I have all of my code. So on the first slide here, I'm just setting up each variable. In the second slide here, I started to get into my void loop. So in my void loop, I have some while loops, some if loops, a while loop for my power button and LED. I have some if loops for my limit switch, which the interesting thing about the limit switch is that it is a normally closed limit switch. So meaning that when the switch is open is when the box is open, because it's usually depressed. And all that information and code for the limit switch here I got online from Arduino, the Arduino website itself. And then in the third slide, the only thing different from my flowchart that's not mentioned in here is that the 30 seconds is counted only when the limit switch is open. So if the thief opened the box and decided to close it, it would halt counting for that at that time. So if the box is not disarmed within the 30 seconds, it automatically disarms itself if the box has been opened for 30 seconds.